Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the NCAA tournament here in the Penn State Nittany Lions Dynasty. Penn State has improved year to year as we failed to make the NCAA tournament in Season 1. Now we are here as a 6th seed, and we will take on the 3 seed 21-10 Auburn Tigers. Zach Edey is their star. Remember, in the offseason, he transferred over to Auburn in hopes to possibly winning an NCAA championship. He has been their leader, averaging 18.5 points, 7 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.2 blocks. And he's shooting 63% from the field. Incredible. That leads the NCAA. And they have a bevy of guys who have scored in the double digits, so this will not be an easy game. 7'5" Zach Edey in the middle as their leader. Auburn has home court. This is Ahmad, so they have home court advantage here in the NCAA tournament. But without further ado, let's get this underway with the tip. We will try out Tyrone Jones at center, Dexter Monroe, the freshman, at the point. And there is Evan Vasquez who defends that shot. He will have nice defense on that one. Hand in the face and a missed shot by Auburn. Let's check out the first possession by Penn State. Here's a 3, and that one's off by Jose Springer, who gets to start at the 3. At the 4, Malachi Macklin is there. He contests that 3, but an offensive board by Zach Edey, and he gets them going here. It's 2-0 Auburn. Nothing going in the first couple of minutes too much, but here is a shot, and there is a block by Edey. You can just see his length on display right there. 2-0 still as Auburn works it around. There is a deflection. There is Evan Vasquez. He's going to go all the way. He throws it down and ties this ball game up for the first bucket of the game for Penn State. So here they work it inside to Edey against Tyrone Jones. Jones, one of the best defenders in the country, gets off his feet, and Edey lays it up and in. That's too easy. 4-2 game now. Mismatch inside. They throw it inside the broom. This time, a right-handed baby hook over the top of the point guard, Dexter Monroe. That's a mismatch every time. Edey at the top. He can shoot the 3 a little bit as well. It looks like they're going to swing it around here. Johnson. It looks like they're going to work it inside to Edey again against Malachi Macklin this time. And it goes up strong with it. 8-2 start here for Auburn. So here we go on offense. There's a pass back to Monroe. We turn it over, and here comes Auburn the other way. It's Edey versus Vasquez. Using that length, getting to the basket, 7'5". It's tough to stop. 10-2 game. We bring in Malik Banks. He misses the 3 right there off of the play run designed to get him an open 3, but here's Malik Justice on the break. He goes all the way left hand. It's an and 1, a guy you haven't heard much of this year, but he comes off the bench with the speed. 10-4 ball game. He goes to the free throw line, making it just a 5-point game. Maybe a little spark off the bench from our bench players is what we need. Here's Andy Skips off the bench. He passes it to Senso Mancinelli, who lays it up and in. And it's back to a 3-point game. The reserves are doing their job. So here we work it to the outside. Malik Banks, he takes the 3. That one is off. As Auburn will have the last shot of the first. Working it outside to Gooden. Gooden with a 3. That one's long. It ends up bouncing out of bounds, and that will complete the first quarter. As Auburn is up by 5. On to the second. Monroe on the break. Passes it inside. That is a turnover. Here goes Auburn the other way. Edey, pull-up jump shot just inside the free throw line. That's good. It's 14-7 now. Malik Banks off the screen. Open 3. That's good. Malik Banks leads the NCAA in 3-point percentage. He makes it a 4-point game at that point. Monroe looking for the pick. Pass inside. Mancinelli, who goes up for the dunk, and he cannot convert it. So Auburn ends up capitalizing. Now they're up by 8 after that missed dunk. Here is Banks stepping back. That's a 3 again. So money from outside with that left hand. And now Auburn's up by 7. Here they're working around again. Gooden with the 3. That's off. But the long rebound goes all the way back to Cardwell. He goes up strong over Macklin. And it is a 9-point game at that point. A minute 14 to go in the first half. There is a steal that time. Evan Vasquez with the fast hands. Here goes Jose Springer all the way. He draws the foul. Cardwell gets called. Not many fouls have been called against Auburn so far, but Springer goes to the free throw line. He has just been Mr. Consistent, not the biggest scorer. He is a defender. He goes 1 of 2 from the line, misses the second. Auburn goes the other way, just about a minute to go in the half. There's a long pass inside. That's good. Westry. And it's a double-digit game here for Auburn as we now have the last shot. Here's Monroe stepping back. He might take that shot. He passes inside. It's a mismatch. Macklin goes up strong. He cannot convert the and one, but does get fouled. He goes to the free throw line for 1 of 2. He hits the first, and the second one with 5 seconds left will be good as well. Auburn will inbound it. They do have enough time to dribble all the way up the court. See if we can stop them here. It will be a full court, a half court heave, and that is off. And it's an 8-point game going into halftime. Auburn, led by Zach Edey. They have been showing their length. They have been dominant. So second half action now. Let's see if Penn State can work back in this one. 24-16. It's not a big lead, but we have not been hitting the shots we need. Here is Jose Springer coming around the screen. He drives to the basket. Little contact. He works it around the perimeter. They swing it around, and too many ball move swings right there, and it's going to be turned over. And here go the Tigers the other way. A transition dunk. They're back up by 10. Here's Monroe off the screen. He's been off today, and he continues to be off. 0 points in the first half. Evan Vasquez only has 2. Those are our top 2 scores from the outside. Here's Monroe again. This time it's open. He finally is on the board, and now we're back down by 7. Edey has the ball in the post. We send the double team. They swing it around. That's how you swing it around for an open 3. That's good. Johnson nails that one. Back to a 10-point game. Looking for the pick is Evan Vasquez, trying to get an open shot here. He passed it. Tyrone Jones inside. It's an and one. He draws it. It's as good as a 3, an and one. He goes to the free throw line and hits the free throw, but it's back to a 7-point game. We keep going back and forth from this spot. Now a 9-point game. Here's an inbound pass to Edey. He goes up strong at Tyrone Jones, and he has drawn 4 fouls on Jones so far, so Jones will have to come out of the game. And in comes Sanso Mancinelli. It's going to be tough to defend Edey with Macklin and Mancinelli. So now down by 11 after those 2 free throws. Here is Edey off the ground. It looks like Monroe did not still want to put it up. But here's a long pass. It's deflected again. It's 3-on-2 all the way. It's good. A finger roll, and Auburn has their biggest lead of the game. It's 13. Monroe driving to the basket. He draws the foul, almost gets the and one. Monroe really has to step up here down the stretch. He goes to the line. He hits both free throws. And now here goes Auburn the other way. Here is Johnson. He goes to the basket. He will draw a foul now on Macklin. Wow. It's whatever Auburn wants to do in this one. Up by 14 now. Working to the outside. Westry. It's good. 17-point lead. Auburn is doing it inside and out. Here they're working inside. More. And Malik Banks just gets lost on defense. It's now a 19-point game. So can we come back in this one? Here's a nice steal by Malik Justice. He goes all the way. That's a transition dunk right there. We need a few more plays like that. Justice got us on the board when we started the game with a slump. Here is Malik Banks with a 3. He's got 3 of those, and 9 points off the bench is now down to a 12-point game. Here is Auburn now working it around the perimeter. Good defense here by Penn State. They can't get an open shot. It's a forced one here at the end of the shot clock. That's off, and we at least go down by 19 and bring it back to 12. It is 42-30 on to the fourth quarter. Does Penn State have it in them to make a comeback? Here is Monroe now back into the game behind the back. Here he tries to free up some space, gets to Vasquez. Vasquez wanted to take that 3 but didn't have the space there. He tries to move the ball. It's just too much commotion going on, and he misses the point-blank layup. Here is Auburn on the other side of the court. This one's tipped around. Offensive board looked like for a second. Here goes Penn State the other way to the corner. Monroe with a 3. You got to hit that one. And it's off. Monroe has just not been on his game today. Here is Vasquez now. Can he get going possibly? Running the play this time. We get it to Andy Skips. Skips to the basket. He gets this one thrown back into the backcourt. It's a shot clock violation, and we're down by 12. It seems like we have not been able to get past this point. And now here's Monroe at the end of the shot clock. He just forces one up, and that one goes down. A lucky shot right there. Now we're down by 9. Malik Banks into the game. 42-33. Here is Banks. He loses the basketball off of another man's foot. Here goes Auburn the other way. In transition, inside to Moore. It's a foul. This time on Andy Skips, almost the last foul by Tyrone Jones as he remains in the game here with 3 minutes to go. And Auburn will hit both free throws, back up by 11. So here's an inbound play. Malik Banks, quick trigger three. That's good. Down by 8, 2 minutes to go. We need a few stops here on D. Here's a swing to the corner. It's Brooms, open three. That one's off. Edey couldn't grab that rebound. And here goes Penn State the other way. Jose Springer working it to Andy Skips. Skips trying to get to the basket. He cannot do so. He gives it back to Malik Banks. Banks, he steps back. Open three. That's good. Down by 5 now. And now here we go on defense again. We need another stop. We send the defense right at Edey. And Edey just goes right at Jones and draws the foul. That's number 5. Jones did not have a great game versus Zach Edey. We knew this would be a tough matchup, but he fouls out with 1:22 to go. And Edey goes to the free throw line. He hits the first free throw, and the second one is short. That one almost went right back to Edey. 45-39. We need a good three here. Here is Freddie Gillespie in the game. Here's Vasquez from the outside. In and out. That one could have made it a 3-point game. Auburn the other way. Oh, Vasquez almost gets the steal again. And they work it inside to Edey. Wow. What a sequence. We almost had the three, almost had the steal, and Vasquez just trying to get us back. Another in and out three. Up by 8 in transition. Auburn dagger three. It's Johnson to put Auburn up by 11. And it's just a little too late. 50-39 is now the score. Here's one more pass inside. Edey. He throws his own tip dunk down. And that will do it. 52-39. Wow, what a ending. And we just did not have enough to stop Zach Edey, all 7'5" of him. Malik Banks ends up with 15 off the bench, all threes. It just was not enough. Monroe was way too cold for most of that game. All of his points came in the second half. And then Vasquez only with 2. Tyrone Jones only had 3 points and 5 rebounds. It was just a mismatch from the beginning. We just did not have enough. And we end up dropping this one. 52-42 ends up being the final score. And this one sucks because we really thought we had the championship team this year. That ended up not being the case. Well, to be honest with you, we are going to end this series right here. This was never intended to be a long-term series. It was supposed to be a short-term experiment series to see how this game could be modded and what I could do with it. And I ended up making it a 15-episode series. I had a lot of fun with it. I think, the thing is that when you do games like this and it's a mod and basically you have to do a lot of modifications, it takes a ton of work, and nobody really wants to put in a ton of work to, not get too many views out of it, to be honest with you, and not as much interaction. So we will end this series here, but Auburn ends up going to the national championship, so I don't feel as bad about that loss. But they end up playing UConn, and UConn ends up beating them. So UConn wins the championship. UConn's won it before in men's basketball, a lot in women's basketball. So they are back on top. I want to say I appreciate your guys' support in this series. It's been a lot of fun. It was definitely a experiment series. I usually do NCAA Basketball 10. This time I decided to do 2K23 and have that as college hoops, so it was fun. and I'm ready for the next journey on my channel. So stay tuned. MLB The Show is coming up, and I'm going to have another series as well. So thanks for the support in this one. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned for more series on my channel. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinted. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we ride.